Hello friends, this is my first ever project in Python and we are going to make a grade calculator. The purpose of this calculator is to, when a user enters the required information, the program should be able to calculate the grade and make it presentable. So let's just jump right into the program. As you can see, I will enter the name of the subject that the program asks. So let's say my subject is computer science. And now it asks for my maximum marks, let's say 100, and my score, let's say I'm a bright student, so I got 98. Okay, 98. So as you can see, it just gave me my score in green color and gave me my grade, which is A plus. Now let's rerun this program. Uh, I don't want to enter any, so let's say this and my marks. Let's change it this time. Let's say 45 and my total score. Let's say I somehow mistakenly enter 78. So now this program gives me an error that please check your score. So that's also a good thing. Now let's rerun this program again. What just happened? Okay, so subject name, whatever. And my maximum marks, let's say this time the maximum was 250. My score, let's say, was not so good, only 45. So now this time it gave me that I got 18% and I failed in exam. So this is the program. This is the end result. Now let's just jump right into the code. Since we have to give this a title, so our first line is print exam grade calculator so that the user knows that this program is for exam grade calculation. Now our next line is taking the input of the subject of the user. Now our next line should be the maximum marks the user obtained, which we have to also convert into integers. So that's why we have, applied this integer function as well. Now our next line is about taking the input of the score the user has scored, and that also we have to convert in integer. Now our next line is about taking both of these score and maximum marks and converting it into percentage, which is there. So we just, divided score by maximum marks and multiplied it by 100. Now our next line is about the conditions which we will lay down so that the program will learn. Like, for first division, there are three different division: first division, second division, and third division. So for first division, I have applied the percentage from 60 to 100, that whenever the percentage falls in between 60, greater than or equal to 60, and less than and equal to 100, we will get this print message that says you got, and this is the color code, this is the color coding, and we will also round off the percentage, because if we will not round off, uh, the decimal will go, I don't know, like 10, 12 places, which we don't want. So I just applied it to two places, and then we ended this color code. This is for the green color code actually. And then we applied some different conditions as well. So, so that we can give the user the grades also. Like if you fall in between 90 to 100, you will get A plus. If you fall between 80 to 90, you'll get A, and so on and so on. So this is our first condition, first if, as you can see that the indentation is following. This if this statement all falls under this if, and now our next statement is, what if the user got the second division, which means from 33% to 60%. So this is our next next conditions, like if the user gets percentage from 33 to 60%, the program will print you got this, sorry, the program will print you got this, and this is our color code again, which is in yellow color. And then there are three different grades, the C plus grade, the C grade, and the D grade, which will be followed by the exam, by the percentage you got. And by the way, if you don't know, this is elif function, which we, apply to give more ifs. And then our last requirement, which was what if the user scored between 0 to 33? That will say that the user has failed the exam, so the grade does not matter. So we just printed it. We will just print that statement in the red color, and with the statement that you have failed the exam, since the grades does not matter if you failed the exam. And then our last statement, like there could be a chance that the user may have entered the wrong number, like maybe he has entered his score in minus negative, which is not possible, or maybe he has entered the score more than the maximum marks, which is also not possible. So for that, we will give him an error that there's a error calculating in your score. Please check your score that you have entered again. And since this is an else statement, I use this statement is because before that I have given all the conditions possible in those statements, like the conditions left are either the percentage is in negative and the percentage is crossing 100%. Those are the only conditions that can be possible, so that's why I decided not to describe the condition and just give it an else command. So I hope you learned something new, and hope this code may have helped you. So now let's just run this code again. This is our console. Now let's click the run command. Sorry, control enter. And here's ask for subject, which I will give GH. I don't want. So now our marks, let's say the total score was 100 and I scored 54, which is not a good percentage, but a decent marks. And now, as you can see, the color code is in yellow and there's a C grade. So let's say the subject name is HH and my total score was 45, and the score I actually got was 12. As you can see, that's a terrible score, so that's why the color code is in red, and the program says I have failed in test, so next time I have to study more. Now let's run again this program. I will just skip the, you know, subject name. This time, let's say my score is 70, total score is 78, and I scored 54. Now, as you can see, the percentage is going to two decimals, which is a good thing. And this time my score is 69.23, which is a first division. So that's why I'm getting a green color code. And with that, my grade is B, which means I'm in a good position. And now this time, let's say I'm a very intelligent guy whose test was around of 100 marks, but he somehow managed to score 105 marks. And now this time the program says, hold on, buddy, you are not that smart. So this time there's an error that my marks that I may have entered wrong score. Please check it. Oh, and then I see, oh, I'm not that smart to have scored 105 in the total test of 100. So this is the, like this was the code and this was the result. Hope you learned something new, and yeah, have a good day.